Hi everyone. Indaver closing the loop across a full value chain. Some of you know Indaver, some of you don't, but Indaver is a European-based waste management company, and we became active in this nice field of plastic recycling in recent years. Using our integrated asset approach, which combines sorting infrastructure, a pretreatment plant, and a chemical recycling plant, which we call plastics to chemicals, or P2C. We are bringing true plastic circularity for two types of plastics. It's polystyrene and polyolefin. Starting from post-consumer household waste. For polystyrene, it's for instance a polystyrene yogurt cup or a polystyrene meat tray. We create styrene molecule of fossil-based quality, so the 99.7%, and we sell it back to the petrochemical industry so that they can recreate food-grade polystyrene plastics. For polyolefins, it means that starting from polyethylene, polypropylene, or multilayer films, we create recycled naphtha and pyrolysis oil that we also sell to the petrochemical industry, so that let's say, new polyethylene, new polyprop films can be made. So using our assets, we make sure that a disposed yogurt cup can become a new yogurt cup, or a waste crisp bag can become a new crisp bag. Our assets became operational last year, and often we get asked the question, what's most important or what has been most challenging? Is it the waste, which is really never the same, and the quality is very variable? Is it setting up the business model in current times? Is it actual scaling of chemical recycling technology? Or is it producing a very high quality product starting from real waste? And the reality is that it's all challenging and it's all critically important. But it are the driven employees who are working on it on a daily basis who are really making the difference and who are making it happen. The other thing that is important is sticking to your principles. From many to few to many. This is really why we are doing this. This is why Indaver invested in a pretreatment and chemical recycling assets. I think in this conference hall, everyone knows what the beauty of plastics are. With one single molecule, you can create a wide variety of different applications. With chemical recycling, we make sure that you go back to this single source. For instance, in the case of polystyrene, it means that whether you start from expanded polystyrene, polystyrene yogurt cup, or polystyrene meat tray from XPS, that if you combine proper collection, proper sorting infrastructure, a good pretreatment, a good chemical recycling facility, including purification, that you go back to recycled styrene of 99.7%, so that this nice variety of different applications of polystyrene can be rebuilt. This is why we are doing it. As a waste management company, there's also something which is very important here. Is that if you do this deep purification, that you're also removing any contaminants which could be harmful for society. Because that's an obligation that we have as a waste management company, as a recycler. Keep the value chain safe, keep society safe. Needless to say, and that striving for this high-quality recycling becomes only more important in times when resources get constrained now, but also in the future, 5, 10, 20 years from now. Doesn't mean that it's easy, but we are lucky that we are part of Indaver, and Indaver is a European-based waste management company. And for already decades, we have been operating waste treatment assets, treating both industrial waste, chemical waste, household waste. So Indaver knows what waste is. We knew what to expect from the beginning. What is equally important is that Indaver is fully owned by Katoen SE, which is a family-owned multinational. It are strategic, long-term thinkers. It's patient capital. And that's tremendously important if you try to bring novel technology to an emerging market, which is the chemical recycling market. But the beginning, it's our feedstock, it's the waste, and my colleague Lisbeth will give some explanation on that.
As Cornel already said, the diversity of plastic waste as input material is one of the big challenges for chemical recycling. But after many years in the waste business, we as Indaver understand waste in its diversity and variability. At Indaver, waste is the feedstock of all our treatment and processing installations. And waste is looking every day different. It's our everyday challenge and experience to run our plants on this non-homogeneous waste with high performance. And also plastic waste is diverse. Every blue bag which is collected has another content. Every bale of sorted out polystyrene is different. And every bale of sorted out polyolefins is different. And because it's waste, it's about waste, we see it as a big advantage to control all the processing steps of the waste recycling process. The sorting, the pre-treatment, and in the end, the chemical recycling. In this way, we can tune the granulate quality in function of the needs of the plastics to chemicals recycling process. We can maximize our overall yield over all processing steps, and we can reach the highest efficiency through the whole chain. Since many years, we are expert in sorting. In our PMD sorting installation in Willebroek in Belgium, we yearly treat 75,000 tons of collected PMD waste. Out of this high-tech automated sorting process, we gain 16 different valuable materials with a very high degree of purity, ready for recycling. And since end of 2024, a big part of the polystyrene and polyolefins from the PMD sorting centers in Belgium and in France is going to the chemical recycling of our plants in Antwerp after being pre-treated at our site in Willebroek. Starting from sorted out polystyrene and polyolefins, on our pre-treatment plant, we further purify, wash, agglomerate and granulate the plastics in preparation of the P2C process. And today, we are very proud to say that we reached a stable operation of our pre-treatment installation with a very high quality output. We're still optimizing further the process in order to reach the highest efficiency.
The polystyrene and polyolefin agglomerates that are being prepared in the pre-treatment installation, we treat it ourselves in our chemical recycling plant in Antwerp, Belgium. It started operations last year. It has a nameplate capacity of 26,000 tons a year. For us, for Indaver, this first installation, it's our demonstration plant. That means that in the coming years, we will operate this asset in a campaign mode, treating both polystyrene and polyolefin, and it will allow us to further optimize our process so that it is future-proof for the next decades. It is our own technology. We didn't work with a licensor party. Approximately a decade ago, we started operating our own pilot installation in collaboration with a Belgian university, Ghent University, with only one thing in mind: the technology that we are using, it has to work on real waste, and we need to be able to produce a product of a high quality, because high quality recycling is key for the future. In 2019, we succeeded in that on a pilot scale. So starting from real post-consumer polystyrene bale, we were able to produce this recycled styrene of 99.7% quality. Importantly, and the 3,000 ppm of contaminants, they're also fully in line with what a polymerization plant can handle, meaning that the feedstock that we produced on a pilot scale, it was really a drop-in chemical. So soon after that, we took the investment decision to construct this first installation, and last year it became operational in Belgium. Getting this plant up and running, it was not an easy job. It's still not an easy job. It's a first of a kind installation of this scale. So it means that we are working on a lot of things, we are adjusting on a lot of things, and sometimes we also need to be a bit more realistic on timelines. But in the end, it works. It works because the quality is there, and the chemistry is also working on a ton per hour scale. And that's what's most important, because that means that we can deliver on our true circularity promise. The styrene that we are selling to our two clients right now, which are Trinseo and Ineo Styrolution, it can be used directly in our polymerization plants to recreate polystyrene to be used for food contact applications. So our electrified technology works thanks to our own R&D, engineering, and operational teams. So a bit to summarize right now, we start from real waste. It's being supplied by European-based PRO schemes, FOST+ and Citeo. And using our integrated assets, we make sure that we are running a chemical process that allows for efficient purification, because we are producing this styrene of a very high quality that can be used as a drop-in feedstock for the chemical industry. What we are also starting to do is to explore, in collaboration with a few mechanical recyclers, where there are natural synergies to be made in the future. Because what's important for us as society, as Europe, that is to achieve as much as possible high-value material starting from 1 unit of waste. And there are very logic synergies to be made between mechanical and chemical recycling. And we can do that, we can study that, because we still have our own pilot lab. We still have our own R&D lab. We still have our own analytics lab with very skilled people. And on a fundamental level, we are still collaborating with a few Belgian universities to make our technology fit for future. What are we aiming for? Why are we actually doing this? Why are we doing all of this work? For polystyrene, right now, luckily or unluckily, we are the only chemical recycler in Europe. It's a unique position. And what we will do is that we will deliver all assets that could be needed to unburden the value chain, starting from polystyrene waste bales to the drop-in feedstock. What we are sure of is that we will deliver the 55% recycling rates by 2035, which are critically important for the packaging industry. For polyolefins in next years to come, we will optimize our technology using our demonstration plant and use this optimization in our flagship plant that is right now in planning. This flagship polyolefin chemical recycling asset will have a capacity of approximately 100,000 tons a year. And that plant will be the blueprint to achieve our high-end goal for polyolefin chemical recycling, which is in 14 years from now, by 2040. Our shareholder has the ambition to have 1 million ton of advanced recycling capacity all over Europe. So you need to dream big. I think that's important for the recycling industry in general. If there are any questions, happy to take them at our booth. It's M118. So thank you for your attention.